What's up, YouTube? God4Man221 here, and welcome back to another part of the Germany campaign, parts Iron 4. In the last part, still 1937, we're just basically building up our forces. I'm currently looking at Borneo, well, this area, right? Yeah, Borneo. So here's the thing. Here's what I figure. If England's wasting their time with a bunch of troops over here, which they have done, right? That means even less guys guarding their homeland, and I'll tell you, we will take out that homeland. Now, while I cannot get my ships over here because it's too far for their supplies, they don't have the range to get over here, I can still, you can do naval invasions if you have air superiority, I do believe. So if we control the air superiority here, then we can ship our troops over. But first we gotta drive these guys off of Borneo. Now, I was thinking, just messing around a little bit. So we have artillery, we're pretty good stockpile of artillery, I think. Or not. But what I was thinking, let's actually add a couple more of these. What I was thinking is adding for my infantry divisions. I was thinking about adding artillery to them. So currently we have soft attack of 78, which is used against infantry, while the hard attack is used against tanks. So what I was thinking was adding one of these, and that'll jump up our by okay, we could go soft attack by 81. Now that we'll add an extra 72 towed artillery. So it'll take us about 177 days to fix this. So I'm actually going to do that. I want my infantry to be very, have a very good punch them. I will also at some point put on the anti-tank, because anti-tank is pretty critical. And right now we're currently researching demanding the Sudetenland with these guys. Well, national focus is to demand the Sudetenland, which during World War I was actually part of Germany, and there's a lot of ethnic Germans that were in this area, so Hitler said, hey, I want this territory back. And it's very weirdly shaped in this game, the way the provinces are. But the Czechs, they do have they have some forts along here that are pretty decent too. Okay, half off, we're gonna go elastic defense. What's great is these just give you even more tools for your commanders to be able to use. Oh. Yep, there you go, Japan. Now I can do the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact after I'm done with this. But do I want to get the extra research slot? That'd be 210 days, so that'd be another year. Okay, so the Munich conference sound very different from the German view over here. The repressed German habits will at long be brought into the fatherland. There is Neville Chamberlain waving the famous paper that Hitler signed, saying that he had secured peace. Appeasement is not the way to deal with the Germans, guys. Okay, so do you want to... See, this will give me all Czechoslovakia, so that's... I think we should go down. I want to get that extra research slot, I think. Having that early on will help a lot. Okay, let's do it. Okay, and also start air innovations, right? Why not? So look, the Czechs have retreated, and it looks like Poland got a little bit of their territory. So here's another thing I realized. Well, also you guys told me to bring back a commander, so I brought someone back. I think, yeah, I switched out one of my commanders. I think it was this guy actually, who I brought back from the Far East, because you guys said it'd be quite he'd be decent to bring back over. I've also created another front, the German theater for Swiss. It's just for Switzerland here, when we do eventually take them over. Yeah, but the Far East is now being commanded by this guy. Wow, he feels outnumbered here. Well, you know what? Our units will be better, and also, let's see, we have 7 units and the British have 8. Okay, that's not a big deal. Plus, depends who attacks and whatnot. We'll also have air superiority. We don't actually have an airbase over here. So you guys have been telling me to build civilian factories. We did get some from our national focuses over here. We got 2 and definitely got more than 4. We have a ton right now. We have, out of 162 factories, We have 71 civilians. Something else we should also be doing is probably making some subs. There we go. And we're short of another resource. Is it tungsten? Okay, Portugal, hello. We'll probably take over Portugal for the resources too. Well, doesn't somewhere else have tungsten too? England has a little bit. Can take that. Poland, not really. Poland doesn't really have a whole lot of resources actually. If you just look at it, it's 12 of the looks like aluminum or steel, and then 4 oil. It's okay. We'll be getting all the USSR's resources anyway, so it'd be kind of interesting if we do push and take over the USSR without Japan. Japan declares war on the US. We are not. Yeah, I'm supporting the Chinese too. Sorry, Japan. I bet I could actually... Would that really help me, though, having China fascist? You know, it could. They're in their own faction, though. So that won't help me after all. Okay, Chief of the Air Force. What do we have? Ground support. We've not completed air innovations. That's what we're working on. I do think... Well, the air experience will help us with better fighters. That'll probably help us over the long run over the support. I like how we have no one in our faction, too. I know a bunch of tanks sitting here, by the way. I'm just getting them into a big army. One thing I'm also doing is, because we don't have a ton of manpower right now, I'm putting these guys to one division. And one of you also suggested in part 1 that I don't make too many units toward the end of the game. And that's actually a good point. It's kind of better to have more elite units, you know, with the artillery. And just make them better than to have like a gazillion units. Because, I mean, it only takes about 40 or 50 units when we get to South America anyway. I'm hoping that Venezuela joins us so we can actually start taking them out of their territory. We can at least take the UK's territory. I forgot the Dutch actually... Oh, the Dutch have territory down here. Ah, I should have taken that. I wonder if Italy can actually take the UK out by themselves. If I take out France... And again, we'll just take over London, but these forces may still continue to fight. My question is... Oh, hello. Okay, we get to withdraw. We get this military advisor. We already have a guy in the military there. Do I care about Japan? I don't. My advisor's staying. Okay, rocketry. We definitely do not need this just yet, but that's okay. Now we're going to go to the first Vienna Award, and then fate Czechoslovakia. I don't even know Slovenia. I think this is like for a later focus. Oh, interesting. So we have to control London here. We get extra political gain if we control London and Paris, and we get 50% ideology drift defense. We'll benefit peace. Okay, well. Okay, well I guess we get that when we lose it, so it's not really much of a point. Yeah, we're still working on research. Still 37. I do want to get the... excavation. Now with our research, it'll just give us more. You can have double the resource if you research all these things. I do want to use it though for probably the factory repair when we come under bombardment. Okay. You know what? For you guys, I want to build a couple civilian factories. I'll build 5 right here, just to help us out, so we'll have some more. There you go, we'll get 5 civilian factories over there. How's my... Have I even... Oh yes, it's too far to get the advanced artillery. How's our supply, though? So we're negative on light tanks, that's okay, we don't have any in combat. This is going to take us a year to resolve all our things, so January 40... January, basically. Yeah, we're starting off a little bit slow here. That's okay, though. We want to go down our national focuses. We want to get the extra research slot. Molotov Ribbon Pact is critical. Mainly because we want them. This will basically give us kind of a peace treaty with them. It's historic. It actually happened, and we kind of split Poland between the two of us. So I get Slovenia from Yugoslavia. Let me go down this first. Not going to try to pronounce that award. Fate of Yugoslavia. And then, yeah, okay, so this will lead us down the Balkan route if we want. And then we have the, go down into Netherlands, not the Netherlands, go down into Denmark. And around the Maginot, cool. So we have a little bit of research to do here. Decisive battle. Let's work on aircraft here. Let's see, we usually like the light aircraft designer, the Messerschmitt, because this gives us agility and max speed, and it's for our fighters, which you make the most of in this game. I've actually never really made heavy aircraft in this game, which are the heavy fighters. I've never really made these. I mean, they have good operating range compared to like this guy. Now about the same operating range. I don't know if we compare these two. This guy has a lot more agility. A little less air defense. This one has better air attack. This guy's a hell of a lot faster. So this guy has the speed, the agility, and then this guy's a little bit stronger of an air attack. But maybe I should have compared them to the one I currently have, but I'm not going to waste time during the video comparing all these things. Okay, what do we have? Air Doctrine. I like that idea. Half off radar. Let's work on the artillery. Since we have so much, we might as well get some better ones. We do have the field hospital attached to our units here. Still not 1939 yet. Sweet. I love it. We just keep making more and more factories. Now we're running out of manpower, apparently. Or that's what it's telling me. I think we need mountaineers. That's very important. Got the extra research slot here. Okay, what do we want to do next? Let's grab this. I want more efficiency for my... We need to have better production. We're only... Look at it, we're only getting 141 guns per day. We need more. Really low on tungsten now. The problem is, guys, my convoys are going to get shot up by the Royal Navy here. Which is very, very powerful. Yeah, look at that. They have 215 ships. Now, I only have 52. You know, Germany usually loses the naval race. I'm actually going to station my navy all the way over here. Because I don't want the British to come in and, like, kill us. To bombard us with all these naval bombers. Okay, these subs can go over here. I may actually just build one of these oil things, because we're so low on oil. We only have... I know this isn't only short by 1, but we only have 56. Maybe worth building one of these synthetics. So I'll add that to the queue too. Just one. We definitely do not need the rubber. So we've definitely lost some of these. We lost 4 factories to trade so far in this part. We used to have about 46 operating, so that's another reason why you'd want to build some of these civilian factories. But you can see they cost double. You know, the build power of this is 3,600, and it's 7,200, so it's a double. You can build 2 military per 1 civilian factory. So we're just making a bunch of light tanks. We'll be able to overrun Poland, no problem. But we really just want that extra research slot early on. What are the British doing? The British are, you guys are right, the British are very weak early on. We saw, you know, it's kind of hard for me. They have to go down issue gas mask, which they can do now. Military Training Act, and then they can go to war. They can't do the Military Training Act just yet. Oh, cool, we have another submarine. And make sure their production's going to our... Oh, whoops. Should be going to subs. There we go. Still short of oil, but it's just by 2 now, so that's not... It's not that big a deal if we're a little short. But now we don't really need the Romanian oil. Let's see, a lot of chromium here, aluminum in the Balkans. Turkey actually has a ton of chromium. Greece is a good target too. I just don't want to invade Yugoslavia and then just have Italy get all of it. I'm sure Czechoslovakia is going like, what is going to happen? What are these Germans doing? What are they thinking? Yeah, like infantry equipment. We'll get that. We'll go to Mauser. I think that was Mauser made the standard rifle for the Germans in World War I, if I remember correctly. So now we're only 2.9k down, which is good. So that's much better. And we'll get more efficiency also as the game goes on. Especially when we're doing some of this research. So our computers are now done. So let's get decryption. I always get decryption first so I can actually see what the enemy's doing. So they're all... We don't have enough intel because we don't have the stuff to actually help us out. Could also build a... Look at that. Nuclear reactor is twice as much as a civilian factory to build. These things like air bases are so cheap to build. It's great. What do we have here? Free military factories. I like that idea. Okay. These all need oil. That's the problem. Let's keep building more fighters. I'm going to want to put some more motorized too. Now I will trade for some more oil. Get some from the USSR. Just so we keep everything, you know, producing. We're just stockpiling these planes anyway. Excellent. That is done. Let's go down to the First Vienna War and let's take over Czechoslovakia. And with this extra research slot so we can start with our encryption. I mean, we can see the French. French obviously aren't working on encryption. And I'll tell you this, it is suicide to try to attack into the Maginot Line. The Germans, they just went around. They went through Luxembourg and Belgium. Kind of like a new Schlieffen plan in the Second World War. Look at this guy's exercising. Like he'll make a difference. So let's see. We're going to do the First Vienna Award. Get Czechoslovakia. This is another 70 days after that. Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. Reassert Eastern claims. So we have about... It's about 380 after this worth of days to go to war. So a little over a year we can go to war. Which, I mean, we have a ton of planes. How many planes do we even have in reserve right now? Yeah, 400 planes in the Fighter 1. We don't need transport planes here. Which one is the newer one? Let's take a quick look here. I think it's not the red one. Yeah, red one is old. Let's get rid of the red one. And then we do have our naval bombers. I'll put them actually right here. Actually, I'll put them right near Amsterdam. We're gonna bombard the channel with naval bombers. Okay, more free factories. I love how many factories we can actually just keep building here. And I am building them kind of away from Allied planes. Kind of in the east as much as I can. And yeah, we have that one. That'll help us with oil, so that'll be good. I'm going to speed up the game a little bit more because we're basically just waiting for focuses to finish, and we're getting more tanks for Rommel to smash these guys here. I mean, this game does take some time. Trust me, the game will. We're going to be going to war. It's going to be a big war, and we will invade London. I'll tell you that. Let's go for the concentrated history. Now the question is, we are currently low on artillery by about, 80 days, right? You can not have a shortage. But when we switch over to the new artillery, we're going to have to upgrade all our artillery. This guy's a dive bomber expert. Oh, please. That sounds even better. So we get max speed for armor, land doctrine, army experience. Okay, first Vienna Award is done. Beta Czechoslovakia. So a little bit of low manpower. I'm going to stop with these. I'm going to keep making tanks, though. So, only nine divisions here. Oh, well, these guys aren't assigned. I was going to say, like... Now, I promoted some guys to Field Marshal. I don't know if this is necessarily good to have all these Field Marshals, but... I figured since I didn't have any traits, you know, might as well. And I will be using, like, guys like Rommel to be the armored... You know, he was the Desert Fox, after all. And I was thinking, I don't really need these units on the Belgian border. I'm probably going to need them to invade... Because Belgium's not going to go to war with us immediately, right? So we probably need these guys to actually invade Poland. No, I want all your divisions. There we go. So these divisions should be able to take out Poland. Look at them just moving across Germany. And Czechoslovakia will be ours. Watch the French actually oppose me. That'd be kind of funny. They're going with Britain, though. They're not doing their little entente. It took me about 2 tries with the little entente. Now, why don't you go right here? Okay, decryption and encryption are done. Let's go for radar. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting now. They're not spread out all, like, they're just leaving this province open here when they have 31 divisions. Well, we'll push them off the mountain here. Oh, off their mountain territory. I'm sure we're mountaineers too, so this is what they're trained for, to be fighting in the mountains. Well, mountains do favor the defender greatly. The mountaineers do cut that penalty in half. I think it's like 20% or 30% versus 60% when you're attacking into a mountain. That's a hill, actually. Huh. Why? There's something with the attack that's not showing here on the province. I think attrition's a little ridiculous to be 40%. Now our biggest issue is going to be Danzig, which historically during the war took a little while to fall. But our units are pretty decent. I want to put Rommel right here. And just have him try to cut off the enemy units that are on the front line. So Czechoslovakia will go with the reassert Eastern Clips. I think we'll get Memel. I think the Lithuanian will give me that. So that's the plan. We'll do Fate, Molotov, reassert, Danzig. Okay, we have improved artillery. That is excellent. Let's get anti-tank guns. I want to make my divisions balanced here. These guys are finishing up all our mountaineers. This will just help when we're fighting Yugoslavia with the mountains there. And Portugal has some mountains too. Okay, we have political power. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Half off. Let's keep going down this route here. I kind of want to boost fascism in a country that's like... So the USA is at 41%, guys. We might actually make this election here. And then they'll actually join us. Are they suffering from fascist revolutionaries? Nope. Okay, who would benefit me if I were to make them fascist? Not helping the Japanese. We're going to invade Russia. Sam will already join us. Yeah, Britain and France, good luck. Portugal, we want that. I think... Let's strengthen Bulgaria. Whatever kind of troops we can actually have. Help out. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, Puppet State. all belongs to the Reich. Sorry. So now this is all our territory. Got a bunch of cool stuff here. Let's go for the Molotov Ribbon Pact. We got more free factories. Love it. Okay, so it's a withdrawn actually. We're mainly just wow. How do we go short on fuel so much? That's gonna hurt a lot. We're going to like 8 a day. We're gonna need to upgrade a ton of these, but at least we have artillery to our troops we need. Is Mengoku actually? Oh, the Chinese are actually pushing back. I want to do. Let's get the Chinese also on our side. You know, even if they're not in our faction, we can still send them volunteers if we wanted. I may actually do that. I don't really like the after playing as Japan, the amount of stuff they put you through. It's kind of like, yeah, we're not gonna help you probably. How's the synthetic oil going? It's done. So we have some more oil, which is good. So USA, Bulgaria, and China, we're now. Yeah, so what's our laws look like currently? We're just limited conscription. We can always go to extensive, which will give us millions of men, and then the service by requirement. I hope the Soviets aren't stupid enough not to accept this. Carrier, capital ship. Yeah, submarine stuff. This thing seems to give you more than just the capital ships. I like how before the war even starts, you literally have everything done with Germany, with all the research production, military staff, and laws and government. I want someone to join my faction, though. I mean, I can take on these guys together. I don't mind, you know, by myself. This guy's just going to be holding here anyway. We're entrenched. Okay. More military factories. And let's get another synthetic oil down. Just for extra oil so we don't have to trade as much. So we have approximately how many days? We've a bunch. Let's actually send. How many volunteers can I send to China? This is very unusual as Germany. 7. Okay, Rommel. We're gonna have 7 divisions. You're in command, Rommel. I'm gonna send you to China. We're gonna go push the Japanese into the water. I'm sure Japan is not gonna take kindly to me sending divisions to. It's kind of funny, actually. Okay, more tanks. Good. I actually want to make another fighter. Actually, let's make naval bombers too. Mainly because we need to kill the English in the channel there. Okay, more research. Industry's going quite well. Oh, we can't get this just yet. Still too early. Let's get the Panzer IV. Why not? And Panzer III. A little short on oil. Now, where are Rommel's troops? They should arrive at some point here. Let's see. Our forces are arriving. Fascism is growing too. Our forces. Wait, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Wait a second. I did send troops. You know, when they get there, we'll see. I'm sure. They're just en route because it did say China did accept them. So the Japanese, I can actually just send my troops over here and just cut off the Japanese. Now, would a weak Japan help me? Probably not. But we can at least get these guys hopefully join fascists. Can you imagine the Chinese on our side fighting the British? Our volunteer force and our transfer will be there on October 10th. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the part in 2 minutes here. Let me just find my army. Okay, army, where are you going to be needed most? Not that way. Let's... I want to grab this port. No. Okay, let's... If we grab the port, that'll cut off Japanese supplies there. This is very unusual. You guys might not agree with me actually fighting against the Japanese, but they're not going to be too good of an ally anyway. I don't really have to bail them out anyway. So see if we can turn the tide against the Japanese here. We are currently losing because we're attacking into hills. Oh no, we're not even in this. The units are all in reserve. Yeah, these guys can't even pierce our armor. So I know this guy technically says he's retreating, but we're gonna work on cutting Japanese forces off. Japan has actually opened the door for 3 divisions to get surrounded over here. And it'll just give us military experience too for our divisions. Oh, nice. Oh, let's get this guy cut off though. So we now have a port. That has officially cut off Japanese forces. They're getting no supplies. Because the other port's over here. That's great. Again, as much as I want to play this for like another hour straight, I actually have to get going, and the part's going to have to come to a close. Hope you guys enjoyed part 3 of the German campaign. We're going to continue fighting against the Japanese because it's fun to mess with these guys. And I'll see you guys in the next part where we continue. We're going to do the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and then Danzig World War next year. We have plenty of military factories, 113 actually. We're doing quite well. And I'll see you then. Got for my 221 sign off.